think that's right.
Hmm. I don't know. Will y'all let us know what y'all?
Can you take it off and maybe because it's supposed to show the whole screen. Mhm.
There we
There we
go.
go.
All right. So it still operates like a phone. All right.
Well, hello. Hey,
Blessings,
Miss
blessings,
Charlene. Hey,
blessings.
Johanna. Blessings, blessings, blessings. You know, one of the things I already don't necessarily enjoy about Haps is their comments take up so much of the like the screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't switch right away. Like
I don't know if it's like that for y'all, but when I'm live, when I'm watching someone else's, it didn't come up like that. Anyway, so if you are brand new, hey, I'm Kanisha Moffett.
I'm Herb Moffett, and this is a homestead update.
Yes, for those of you who are brand new in HAPS, you may
Mm-hmm.
not know that in addition to ministering and praying and discipling and
Mm-hmm.
training, one of the passions that we have is also homesteading. Why?
Yep.
Because our particular ministry has a vision, and our vision includes 350 acres.
Mm-hmm.
On that property, there is a transition house for middle class families.
Yep.
Because you may know or you may not know that there is a change, there's a trend, that is a shift in the world today, and this middle class is being systematically done away with to some
Been
degree. So the
edged out.
homelessness population is
Mm-hmm.
growing by leaps and bounds for
Yep.
middle class families. So our ministry's mandate is to provide a facility so that those families in transition can have a soft landing,
Mm-hmm.
hold on to their savings, still
And
get fresh food, live eggs.
yep, and maintain their dignity. Because one
Yeah,
thing that the middle class has done has been a benefit to society, while also at the same time maintaining their own self. And so when there's
yeah.
that transition period of or loss or whatever, that is one of the things that the middle class really wants to hold on to. And
Right. So
so
they want to
that's the
contribute
vision
to
for that.
their own rescue.
Yeah.
And so the program set up for the perpetually poor don't necessarily work this way. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
part of what we've been doing behind the scenes in
Mm-hmm.
preparation. And so the
Yep.
gardening that we broadcast is for that purpose because there is a general store that'll
Mm-hmm.
sell produce from the land and
Mm-hmm.
eggs and all of these
Yep.
things you're seeing us do at our house are practice for the land.
That's right.
So we like to give updates because some of you really enjoy it. Kiefer off. Our son has a cat that's just been trying to
That was him walking
that
behind us
was
there.
him on Apostles' Death that I heard you
Yeah.
tell him to get off. Anyway, we wanted to show you because we mentioned the other day how we were planting some plants that will grow all the way through the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to show you how, for those of you who are interested, because there is, well, first of all, we are in Texas, so
Right. We're awesome.
we are in 8B,
Mm-hmm.
which means that our winters are extremely mild. Like today, it's 65 right now,
Mm.
or maybe
Yeah, it's like
50.
64 or something.
When we wake up, it's about 40
It's
degrees.
freezing.
Well, not really, because freezing is technically 32 for plants, but it's still warm enough. And then we have full sun. And so in the
Mm-hmm.
daytime, there are certain crops that will continue to grow in Texas throughout the year, such
Yeah.
as greens, collards,
Mm-hmm.
and those things. Now, some of the more delicate things, this is one of the things that we put over it. I hope you can see that. And it's called like a blanket cover.
Mm-hmm. It's a plant blanket.
Yeah, and it keeps out squash bugs, but it also keeps a layer of warmth over the plants,
Mm-hmm.
specifically at nighttime when things can get
Yep.
really cold. But Texas, we freeze, but it's an
Oh yeah.
instant. It's not really even that long. And so we want to do it today is just share because sharing is caring.
Yeah. Bye.
Amen,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is.
Oh, it's 30. Yeah.
Oh.
This is
Mm-hmm.
why we live in Texas, Johanna, because we did move around when we were a little younger and
Yep.
tried other states. We tried up north. We found out
Try
that
the.
we need to get back down here.
We are not winter people at
No,
all.
we are
No.
not. We
So as
are
soon as
not.
that ground thawed that winter, we left. So.
So, for those of you who love this kind of stuff and are here with us, we are planting. We're going to do some more broccoli
Mm-hmm.
and then Brussels sprouts. You may be
Oh
able to
yeah.
see that. These do really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of these over here are beets because I get told a lot that I can be anemic. And so one of the things that we do is we eat a lot of beets, juice them, roast them,
Yep.
However, we can get them in. And then there's a lot of salad. How do you want to show those?
Here, let's do this. Let's take this and bam. There's
There
some
it
of the house.
is.
Yep. So there's so what you're seeing over there.
Yeah, you
Can I
can go.
share that part?
Hmm.
All right,
I'm gonna zoom in.
y'all, come on. All right. So what you're seeing over here is a mix of spinach, which is what this is here.
Yeah, I
You
see.
can see that spinach there, and then this is
Chamomile.
chamomile. So that sleepy time tea, we're growing some of that ourselves right here. And then here we've got some cilantro,
Yeah,
and then this is oregano over
yeah.
here.
That's the second batch of oregano because there's a herb garden right up near the house too. Are you
Hmm.
gonna come to this bed?
I am. So over here on this middle bed, right here, we have collard greens.
We have a thing for collards.
Yes, we do.
Do you pickle beets? We have not, Miss Charlene,
Mm-mm.
but that's one of the things we're adding because once you roast them and juice them and try to eat them raw,
Yeah.
we are looking for other ways. And pickle, isn't that sort of like how my mama used to make them every night for dinner? They come out of a can.
Uh huh.
Isn't that kind of the same?
Yep. Yep. Kind of the same thing. That pickling or canning process, same thing. So we just eat them quicker. Um, so all right. So we got collard greens here,
Hmm.
mustard greens. These are kale. You get that right?
Yeah, the kale
Kale.
does good. We
Yeah.
grow that all year, but these are going to be new because y'all may remember kale and green turn into like a stalk.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
so
they get
there's a couple of these on the other
really
side of the
tall.
house.
Right. Right. And this brings to mind how Jesus says that the mustard plant is the tallest one, who produces the smallest seed.
Oh, yeah.
So you're gonna get to walk that out and see that with us. First time for y'all, second, third time for us. All right. So back over here, these two we've got Swiss chard.
Which will be brand new.
Uh huh.
We are growing those on the other side too. We have never eaten Swiss chard, but our HEB just keeps selling them. So eventually, I couldn't help myself. You're gonna have to get out of here, Kiefer. Yeah, so that's why we have those. So if y'all have any Swiss chard recipes,
Send
please
them
send
on.
them along.
Oh
But
yeah.
they're not the only thing. This big green one, it's brand new. It's
This here.
Middle Eastern lettuce that we saw at our garden nursery yesterday. The first one you had your hand on. Yeah,
Yeah. This
it's
is red preco
yeah,
or
right.
radicchio.
And it says to stir fry it or something. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be brand new for us, but
Yep.
you know,
And then some lettuce and
that's lettuce.
more lettuce.
Yeah.
So there it is.
So we're gonna put those in the ground now,
Mm-hmm.
and then cut up this blanket and lay it over them,
Yes, we are.
and and then we'll be done, just like that. This is one of those things I'm getting super excited about doing because my goal this year was to plant all year. I hoped that we wouldn't have had to replant because I planted a lot of this already. But then Texas this summer, oh my goodness, it got so hot that a lot of these things burnt up. Um, and so now that it's freshly wood chipped, we're going to plant again. The wood chips, we're not going to plant most of these in the wood chips, so the wood chips will get pushed back, and then we'll plant in the dirt underneath. But the wood chips will help them stay nice and warm because they'll continue to break down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that reminds me of a tip
what's the tip?
for y'all who want to use wood chips in your own garden. Instead of buying the big expensive bags at Home Depot,
Oh yeah.
uh, find a tree service, like tree trimming or brush clearing,
Hmm.
and ask them what they do with their scraps, with their leftover from their work. Many times they have to pay to dump those. I know they do in
Right.
our area.
Yeah.
So what we've done is when I see somebody in the neighborhood getting the trees trimmed, I just roll up on the people doing the work. Like, hey, if y'all want to drop the wood chip somewhere, come down to our house. We just add them to the pile we already have.
They really are great for
Oh,
everything.
they are,
They
man.
really are great. That second bed that's over there, it doesn't have any boxes. We just took a piece of grass that was clear that we were
Mm-hmm.
not using, cut back some of the trees, and layered it. Put a layer of cardboard box on
Mm-hmm.
top of the grass, and then began to add a layer of dirt and then a layer of wood chips,
Yep.
and let that settle for a season, and it turned into like the best dirt. Now
Oh,
we're
it did.
planting in that.
Yep.
And so for those of you who says I don't really have a whole lot of land, If you have a corner of your backyard that gets full sun, wood chips will help you create some really nice dirt and
Yes,
just
it
grow
will.
some of your food.
Yeah.
This is the time, too, especially as I think about how there's a second wave of COVID. If we can get out of some of the grocery store,
Right.
and we do. So that's
Oh
why
yeah.
I'm excited because this will be the first winter I've attempted this outside. And so we'll keep y'all updated.
Oh yeah.
Amen. And pray for our little garden. And this helps us because HAPS requires that we do so many of these live before we can add our titles. And you know how we love our
Oh,
titles
we
and
love our
slides and stuff.
slides and our presentations.
Yes. And
Yep.
so
Our
we
little
love
graphics.
y'all. We bless you. We're going to let you go. Thank you
Hmm.
for joining us as we journey in. But we're going to get off here now and get these in the ground and
Yep.
cover it with the warm blanket. And we'll keep you updated. Look at that cucumber plant still trying to grow.
Still doing
I
it.
didn't
Man,
even know.
seed works all the time. All
All right,
right,
y'all.
y'all.